family party. Hey, can you go give your grandma this coffee? Don't spill it. What do you think the kid did? And then dad goes, what are you, an idiot? I told you not to spill it. Instead of, walk real careful like I know you can and bring it to your grandma. I know you won't spill it. To some of us, that might sound like, whatever, that's just stupid. It's not. I mean, we get the stuff that we think about. So when we miss, it's cool. Why'd I miss? Where was my sight? Did I have a good trigger press? Was it a faulty trigger press? Was it a good sight picture? Was it an effed up sight picture? Did I even, like she admitted, I got freaked out, right? Or whatever you said. He was like, own that and then move on. So how do we get better through conscious effort? Where's my sight? I mean, that's all this game is. Pointing a tube with the sights and dot are just a reference point to where the bullet's going to be coming out of. That's all we're doing. That's not John Wick. That's not Navy SEAL. That's not tough guy stuff. You're pointing a tube, right? I'm better at pointing a tube than this other guy. I mean, literally, that's what somebody is saying. I point tubes better and faster than another guy. Cool, right? That's really, what it comes down to.
You're right.
I mean, like, you're not throwing a football and like climbing over people. You're not mountain climbing. You're just going, and so it really becomes, it's so mental. So one more Lanny discussion. He goes out. Remember I told you the story about how he worked the process versus the outcome. And at that point in his life, he's like, I got to figure out the mental part of it. And he said in the 60s and 70s, people just were, even at any level of sport that he had been involved in, they just tried harder. Remember Dad would say, buckle down?
Yeah.
What the hell does that even mean? How does a child apply action to buckle down? I remember my dad would say that to me, and I would imagine a belt buckle. That image, what does this mean? And of course, Dad meant like lock down your effort, and it doesn't mean anything to a child, though. Like, how do you apply that? So Laney goes to gymnasts, fencing people, basketball, all these gold medalists throughout the U.S. Olympics and abroad. And he's like, hey, you call people. This is what he just told me in our interview the other day. Hi, I'm Lanny Basham. I'm a U.S. medalist. I'd love to pick your brain about what made you a champion. And because he was on that same level, these people would talk frankly. And time and time again, the discussion would come to the mental aspect. And so now Lanny, who trains like the best golfers and all these people in the world, he asks, and he asked all these medalists, what percentage of what makes you good is mental versus physical? And always it was 90% or above, they said was mental. The people that sucked or that were just mediocre or middle of the road, I gotta get a different sight. I need a comp. I need a better, this gadget. I need a faster draw stroke. Whatever. They weren't chasing, they chased gear, or they chased some, like, if I go train with this guy, or if I read this book, or if these people get hyper specific, which is why the book's called With Winning in Mind, right? Not to make it all about Lanny. If I'm missing, in order to correct that, and of course we're not having lots of that, but if we're going to push harder and harder, what's happening? What did I actually do in that moment? And for this, almost every time, it's just you press the trigger when your sight was bouncing all over.
Right.
So I'd rather you waste the shot and not take the shot than just dump a shot. Because if you dump a shot at Walmart or at your church, you're training to just dump shots. Right. I want to train that I see it, right? I know where it's going, I know where it's going. Does that make sense? Yes. That's, to me, that's what I want. Oh, honey, I saved the day. I shot the bad guy at the mall. Fortunately, I killed a couple of teenage girls. They were annoying anyway. They had Cinnabon stickiness all over them. So we'll be in sticky light switches. Firecrackers? Where are they shooting?
This is the red dot class. I shouldn't hit it.
Let's keep going. Did we go all the way through again?
Yeah.
One more time.